broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey there, guys. Welcome back to the AFTERBUZZ TV Muppets After Show. Thank you for tuning in, guys. You can hear me over this wonderful music. It's so beautiful. I'm so thrilled with joy that we get Muppets every week. Guys, yes. I'm your host, Zach Wilson. Thank you for tuning in. You can follow me, tweet me throughout the week, throughout the show, at that Zach Wilson, Twitter and Instagram. Now let me introduce you to my fantastic panel. Katie Cullen is here.
Hi, all my buddies. You can find me on Twitter at Kiaxet. That's Kiaxet.
And Alexis Torres is back.
I am. I'm so excited to talk about it because this episode was so good. And you can find me at atorres890 or in the live chat.
I think because Alexis, you and I watched together.
Oh, so
and
good.
we just kept hitting each other. That was ridiculous.
It was so good.
I think
karaoke was the best part.
It was my favorite part of the whole episode.
More than any episode so far, this episode had just so many. I can't believe they're doing this right now. They really, exactly. That's exactly the.
And if you've ever seen someone, I've seen someone do that for karaoke. Actually, the whole song, nail it perfectly. Because if you don't,
in the Swedish Chef voice,
just
nail
it.
Well, next time I want you to do that. Go out there, hit up some Rapper's Delight, and then just don't tell anyone. That's the key. You can't tell anyone beforehand. You just have to get up to the mic where they think you're going to do Rapper's Delight, and everyone's real, and then you just heard. All right.
Hey, I love that he actually said the words. That was my favorite.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. The Swedish Chef is not just saying nonsense.
No,
he's always been saying words in just the crazy Swedish. Yeah, in Swedish.
Swedish.
He Sweded it, which is which in my head is a weird reference to that old Michel Gondry movie, Be Kind Rewind.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
That's awesome.
Maybe I guess they took it from the Swedish Chef. Maybe that's where it came from. Tracking jokes. So let's just dive into the episode and the topics. We can just talk about our favorite jokes for each segment. Let's start with drinks with or without Piggy. This is a bit of a classic storyline in the war of Muppet Show influencing 30 Rock, influencing the Muppets. This one made me think of the episode where Liz Lemon freaks out about not being invited out for drinks.
That was the first thing that crossed my mind.
Yeah, I mean, great episode, and not an uncommon storyline either. I like that Kermit was just you don't go. That's what you do. We're the boss.
Yeah.
And Piggy's not okay with that.
Well, I don't think Piggy's ever okay with anything sometimes, unless it comes with as Beaker with me. That was
amazing.
It's
like she's
Beaker.
in the room.
Yeah.
But he did say moi.
No,
he did. That was amazing.
Oh, so good. And you guys in the chat will let us know what your favorite jokes are from these segments. So then eventually she does go out with them, leading to a ridiculous medley.
Oh, so good.
I wrote down all of the songs that we got because it was so ridiculous.
And we had our guest star, didn't we?
Ed
Helms.
Yes.
Well, we got introduced. I guess before the karaoke, we got introduced to Ed Helms. Just one guest star this week. We only needed.
That was fine.
Well, he's the only reason that the karaoke happened. It would have crashed and burned horrifically had he not shown up.
Everyone knows Ed Helms is a party magnet.
Yes, he is.
He had his party at Chuck E. Cheese. Who doesn't want to have party at Chuck E. Cheese?
As soon as he said that, I was like,
I don't.
As an adult? I thought you weren't allowed to do that.
Yeah, well, Ed Helms is allowed to do that.
True, because he's Ed Helms. But
I'm a little too into Five Nights at Freddy's to ever set foot inside a Chuck E. Cheese again.
Why
See?
did you say that?
We're talking about the
why.
Muppets. Stop it. But then once they get into it, once they get into it, we get You Gotta Get With My Friends, some Spice Girls.
Great.
Wannabe.
Love Shack. That was like
That one was my favorite. That conga line was great.
I think the best part of it had like one of the best shots of this whole sequence because it just cuts to a wide shot of the bar with all of the Muppets dancing, and there's so many Muppets, but like, and there were some in the back, but there's just so many Muppets dancing. Like, can you imagine how much fun that was to shoot?
Yeah,
I would imagine that they would have hated it. Just because it's so complicated. How many takes would that have taken?
I mean, no, that's rough. I didn't think about that actually.
But like, there's so many Muppets. How could you?
Yeah, no, that would be something I would like to die with.
The thing is, I would say probably actually not that many takes because it's not a very complicated shot. Because it doesn't matter what they're doing specifically, as long as they're bouncing to the music. It's tougher when like a bunch of Muppets have to like coordinate and talk to each other and nail the timing. This was just move the puppets around a lot.
just do one of these numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of them are just literally just like the ones with hair, just like boom, 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 boom.
That's it.
So good. I mean, and then of course Rapper's Delight.
Oh my
so
god!
good.
And they kept cutting back to it, which just made it better.
Yeah, because they went away fairly quick. I'm like, oh no, I want more, and they went back to it. Fantastic.
Well, because I love how they intertwine it with when he first started, and everyone was just kind of like, what? And then the second part, everyone's like, yeah! And I was like, oh my god, this is crazy to me.
Doing the call and response and everything.
Yep, it was awesome.
And then The Wind Beneath My Wings from Sam, which we'll get into Sam's whole storyline in a bit.
Sam.
Everyone's had that moment at karaoke where someone comes up and just does the biggest mood kill.
Stairway. Hey, sometimes you gotta let out the feels.
Stairway to Heaven. Stairway to Heaven is the worst song to do for karaoke.
I mean, well,
it's got a 2-minute musical interlude.
That's true.
It is long. It's long.
It's very long.
It's not. I would say it's not the worst song for karaoke in terms of like the beat and like the mood, but it is a very long.
It's the worst for the audience.
Yes, I will take. Yeah, mine was I did 1,000 miles for somebody, and they were just like, oh gosh,
that was nice.
But yeah, that person was also on their phone while I was singing, and I was like,
that's rough. Like, you asked me to do this.
I was like, you suck.
Karaoke story, go. We both shared.
Yeah, you have
I had to sit through someone singing.
Yes.
I mean, I was gonna ask you guys what your go-to. But like
what's
my
your go-to then?
I mean the
I know it.
The most epic performance I've ever done at karaoke, and I swear this is true because I had to have it confirmed by others because of what happens at a karaoke bar.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, were
Sardos?
you all
well,
there?
I just no, actually not at
Sardos.
I love Sardos. Well, okay, I'll share. The funniest thing that ever happened to me was I got up to do this. I had a birthday at Sardos.
Nice.
And I got up to do New York, New York by Sinatra.
Oh, God.
I think I did pretty damn good.
Good for
but
you.
that's fine. I did a good job. But what was better was about 5 of my friends, all guys, got up behind me and started doing a chorus line.
Shut up! That's awesome. Oh, mine's nowhere close to that.
It's like when you got 8 people doing Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, you need at least 8 people, regardless of how many mics you have.
There was also more relevant. I was once at this. I wasn't singing, but there was once a night where they ended the whole night at like 2 a.m., which is when LA bars shut down.
Yes.
With the entire bar together singing Rainbow Connection.
Oh, that's awesome.
Pretty epic way to end the night.
So tell us what your go-to is, and then we'll move on.
Oh, I actually don't have go-tos. I cycle through. I try to do new stuff every time. But a lot of Weird Al.
Old Time Rock and Roll by Bob Seger. Best way to get the room going.
All
right. I switch off. I do something that's a little bit more newer. Which is I usually pick a Paramore song because they're my favorite band. And then if not, just to get everybody else going, I usually do Dancing Queen.
Okay.
Chat wants us to sing.
That's not happening.
Not this week.
Not this one.
Maybe another time.
I think Steve may have promised something like that if we got to 35 reviews.
We need actual time to prepare stuff.
Yes,
guys.
please.
I did once do Skyfall by Adele. That was the one where I said I didn't think I had nailed it, and then people were like, dude, how did you just do that?
I was one of the end of the night performances, and we did Bohemian Rhapsody. Me, the bartenders, and a bunch of other people who were just drunk.
Back on subject. We've gotten way off topic, but I think it's safe to say all of our favorites from tonight. I mean, Don't Stop Believing was the end.
That one was awesome.
But is it safe to say all of our favorites was Rapper's Delight?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so good.
It was great.
So good.
I loved it.
A lot of people really in the chat room really loved Don't Stop Believing.
I think
I wrote down Muppet Karaoke is everything I never knew I wanted.
Oh yeah,
same here.
It was just I never would have thought to need it, but my God,
because they sing all the time, and you're like, oh, they're singing another Muppet song, but this is like it's karaoke, and you're like,
because we've
they're
seen them do like songs like they did Bohemian Rhapsody once before the Muppets the movie the Jason Segel movie came out. They did that as a big release, so very good,
beautiful.
But so I mean, the rest of this whole storyline was like more or less predictable. Like I love the Hangover scene.
For kids.
Yeah, that was the first thing I was like, I can't wait to ask Katie. I'm like, for kids.
For kids.
I mean, they never. We saw them, like a couple of them drinking a little bit, but we never saw anyone like pounding beers or anything. No. They did keep it pretty clean. Yeah. This is just, as far as kids know, this is just what happens after you karaoke. You gotta karaoke responsibly.
Did you sleep here? Is it morning? Mm-hmm. Then yeah. Like, been there, done that. Did you sleep on the couch? Oh God, what time is it? 6 a.m. Oh, yep.
We're learning all kinds of things about Katie tonight.
We have an extremely comfortable futon in my apartment.
Oh, in the apartment? That's whatever.
No, my futon.
No. I've slept at an office before, but that was because I was working late and I had to be there at like 4 a.m. So I was like, well, I guess that's happening. So.
They're gonna get me a big stinking pile of moi.
Yes, I love that. And she like did her hair flip and everything, and I was like, yes. Miss Piggy, she's
Miss
back.
Piggy was totally Miss Piggy.
And I loved every minute of that.
To the nth degree. What else was happening?
Good grief! Listen to me swearing.
Yeah, good grief was replacing swears.
I love how when Kermit is really mad when he says "good grief" 10 times in one day. Apparently, I was like,
I like that Scooter was like a phrase like, "Whew, I don't want to see that again."
Also, can we talk about how creepy Scooter is without his glasses on? I was like, man, your pupils are real tiny.
Well, because it's the weird thing about Scooter, like he doesn't have eyes on his head.
Yeah.
So they have to like put new eyes. It's so
because it's really real creepy.
It's real weird whenever you do an over the shoulder of Scooter because you just see the back of his glasses.
Yeah,
so creepy. Also, what was it, an eighth of an Advil? I was like, oh, thank God. Because I thought she was going to say a whole Advil, and I was like, God, that must knock you out. Like, what? So I'm really glad that she had a specific measurement. How much Advil she needed. That's so great.
Yeah, Evie Party 97 was like, please talk about Scooter's eyes.
I didn't even see that. But no, I agree with you, Evie. His eyes are creepy. Just, I was like, someone find this man some glasses.
Although Mr. Goku Jr. says not as creepy as Chip.
No, I like that Chip was at the karaoke.
Yeah, Chip the IT guy got to come out. See, Katie, IT people get invited out too.
Dude, we are the party.
No, that's true, actually.
I don't know if you've ever gone partying with IT people.
My roommate we are the party. And we go karaoke every Friday at this bar next to us, and it's pretty awesome.
I would have loved to see what Chip might have picked for karaoke.
I would have loved that. I wish there was like a separate video for that.
It would just be like a techno song, and he'd be up there.
Oh, if you only knew, Muppet audience.
Oh boy.
Anyone who followed us here from Robots in Disguise,
you know what we're talking about.
I do. I want to know more, but we'll talk about that after the show.
Yes.
So Sam, just because it was part of this, Sam and Janice.
Sam made me so happy this episode. I love Sam the Eagle.
I love Janice. Man. I want more of Janice, and I'm so glad that she was in this episode so much.
The opening line, there's a lecture on astral projection next Friday. Oh, will you be out of work? No, I'll be here. I'll be there too.
And I'm like, what?
there's a moment.
I love it. I got it.
There's a moment that there was like that split second. Wait, what?
What?
Oh. Astral
just-
projection. Like she's gonna like meditate. And in case anybody doesn't know what that is, astral projection, just meditating and placing your spirit in another location.
For those of you who watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, it's kind of the Avatar state.
Yeah.
It's projecting your spirit somewhere else. Janora was very good at it.
That was the first thing I thought of. I
Yes.
was like, wow, Avatar: The Last Airbender. I can see it. Do you have an
Janice
arrow underneath all that hair? I'm just saying.
Janice
I
has
thought
the
of
best one-liners.
I thought of Ace Ventura.
Awesome. That's pretty cool, actually, now that you bring that up. But no, I thought the same thing where she's like, I play, like, when she's supposedly flirting with Ed Helms. I think it's the other way
I
around.
love the
but-
banjo.
Yeah.
But yeah, Janice as one of the
play
few
guitar,
female
you know.
Muppets. There are not a ton of them.
No.
In fairness, and like again, like we have a Muppets cast that's 40 something years old now.
Yes.
So like there's like older reasons for that, and they've done it. I think they've done a decent job of getting new. Like Yolanda's there.
Where'd
and-
Denise go?
Where did Denise go?
She
That's
just kind of disappeared into the
Denise?
ether.
Or Dennis, where
That's
are
a
you?
very good question. We haven't seen her since the pilot.
Where is she?
I mean, Steve Kaufman said that, oh, she's busy. She's in marketing. She's got work to do.
That's
but
true. Marketing people are very busy.
Yeah, and I was like, but don't they go to after work?
but the
no, is
show
that just crew?
hasn't. The show
Well-
hasn't made time to show her again.
Yeah.
She wouldn't go to the karaoke bar because she's not marketing. A marketing department on a network is not specific to a
That's
show.
true. That's true. That's
Like
true.
the
That's true.
marketing person for a show, especially in what I assume is her position, oversees a bunch of different things,
Yeah, so
and
maybe
that's
she's just busy.
for the crew.
Maybe she's just busy. I don't know. I love how everyone's like, Sam's lonely. Sam's a stalker. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Sam is
He
a stalker.
Kind of is. He followed her home.
No, kind of. Sam's a stalker.
He followed
Like,
her home.
I mean, maybe
Creepy.
maybe he was just to play devil's advocate. Maybe he was just worried she wasn't gonna get home safe.
No, I think that's exactly what it was.
What?
No, like that he was following her home to make sure she got home safely.
I think
That's,
he just,
I'm just
but-
gonna play
but-
that part.
I think
but-
he doesn't know how to people.
Oh
yeah,
Oh,
don't.
absolutely, absolutely. The thing is, like, yes, he was trying to see if she got home safe, but I think that was the like subconscious like excuse. Like, I want to make sure she doesn't go home with Ed Helms.
Oh, I didn't
I'll
think
make
about
sure
that.
that she doesn't she gets home safe.
It would be inappropriate.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I
a
thought of.
justification for what is really creepy behavior, because you could just offer to walk her home if you're concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also
But
really
it's Sam, and he
shy.
doesn't know how to
doesn't
people.
know
Either which way, do not emulate Sam the Eagle, kiddos.
No, don't do
Just
it.
Don't.
Don't
He's
do
got
it.
problems.
Yeah.
Everyone in this cast has problems, but he really does. I did love it could mean, hello, Sam, and it could mean, I've loved you for a million lifetimes. It's just like,
that's
oh,
adorable.
honey.
That was one of the
honey,
moments where I was
no.
smacking Zach. I was like, what? He has feels?
Of course he has
That
feels.
Chip is the awkward person when Sam does stuff like this.
I mean, but Chip's on a whole different level, I feel. But yes, Sam is he's just awkward. Like you said, he doesn't know how to people. He just wants
Yeah,
love.
he doesn't know how to express himself. He just wants somebody to hold him.
Can we talk about Uncle Deadly's one-liner? Because I have this sitting in my notes, and I love
Oh,
it. If you
dear.
need help covering this up, I'm great at hiding things.
Zach looked at me and I was just like,
my gosh.
Did he just? No.
He did. He threatened to hide the body.
Oh, that's not how I
Such
took
as it was, really.
Oh, how did you take it?
Oh, I totally took
Oh,
it as
hide
hiding
the
a body.
hide the body. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I took it as because he's in the he's been in the closet because he's gay.
Okay.
I thought that was the implication.
Huh, no, I
because
hadn't
he's
read that.
he's the effeminate costume designer.
And yet we
And
have
he
Bunsen
said,
and Beaker
"I'm-"
in each other's clothes.
Yeah, and he said, "I'm good at hiding things." Like,
See, I very
okay,
much...
you went way too far.
I very much took that as my name is Uncle Deadly and I am good at hiding bodies.
I was like,
Like,
oh man, he's
that-
just the guy to call. He's the cleaner. I don't know.
Oh, see,
Because
I
it
thought
was
they were
also
making
a
a gay
covering
joke.
things up thing. They made it pretty clear that, like, yeah, I
mean-
could have... Yeah.
But that's what I like about this show is that you could interpret a lot of different things.
yeah, it's good. It's a well written comedy.
What did you
But it was
guys
pretty
think?
overt with
You guys-
Bunsen and Beaker.
Whoa.
Wearing
Whoa.
each-
I was like,
If it doesn't happen at work, we don't have to explain it. Like, hello.
I was like, what are you guys doing over there?
I mean, they're two characters
Fixer.
that I'm sort
Yes.
of looking for. I would like more of an explanation as to what they do at the show.
Yeah, it's obviously not Muppet Labs.
I mean, maybe it is in some form. Like they got to build something. Like you always need construction guys.
I thought they were like the Mythbusters of the Muppet Show. Like they build explosives and
any contraption they might need. I want to see them do that. Is basically what I'm asking.
I feel like a Muppet Lab segment.
Yes, I do.
Me too.
I very much do.
Yeah. Sign me up.
But speaking of things that I wanted, we got a whole storyline from Statler and Waldorf. Or more specifically Statler, which we had to clarify which was which.
I know that I will probably get flack. I always used to switch them up all the time, and I never knew who was who.
I legitimately, while we were watching, I called him Waldorf because here's the thing: they usually sit in that pattern of what is Waldorf on the left and Statler on the right. But they are known as Statler and Waldorf. Yeah. So my mind just puts them in order that way.
Well, and they're such a pair. You don't ever get one without the other. They are Statler and Waldorf.
That's why I thought it was weird that they were separated for just a little bit in this episode. I was like, what?
Well, one of them got a t-shirt and the other one got a trip to the ER.
Yeah.
Hey, at least I got a t-shirt.
That's it. He just kept repeating that, and I was like, you know that your friend might be dying, right?
Pepe with the teeth.
Oh, gosh. That was
amazing.
Thing of my nightmares. Pepe's not allowed to do that. The only thing I want him to do is to sit there and have coffee, be really shy when he's trying to ask somebody to go somewhere, apparently, and 3, maybe sing Enrique Iglesias at karaoke, because that's what I would have loved.
It was a great
I want him to sing My Hero.
I was so happy with that.
I had mixed feelings about this storyline. Like,
really?
Statler, because I guess it ended. I thought it was going to end a little bit crazier.
Yeah.
After we sent him to the hospital.
Yeah. And I thought it was about the bear attacks.
I liked that though.
Yeah, that was great.
I loved that. I loved just all the stuff. It's part of the job, the part that keeps you from completely liking yourself.
Yeah.
Man, we're getting dark a lot.
Well, here's the thing. We're getting real about comedy.
Yeah, which I love
really
that.
are.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. You guys at home might think comedians, they're the happiest people in the world. They make
Does anyone think that?
There are some people.
Because most people who are just not familiar with any behind the scenes stuff, you see them because all that you see them do is make jokes and laugh, and so you think they're really happy because they're always laughing. Yeah. But most comedians are very, very much downers in real life.
Yep.
All comedy is derived from fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like, not to call my mom out because I love you, but my mom thinks every comedian must be a hoot to hang out with, and I'm like, maybe, persona. But no, that's
most of them are psychopaths.
Stage persona.
That was the first thing I thought of. I was like,
I love you, all my friends that are comedians, but you're psychopaths.
Yep, every single one of them.
All right. So, any other things that you love from this episode? Moments,
Swedish
one-liners.
Sushi.
Swedish sushi.
Was that there was a meatball?
It was a
on top?
meatball on top of rice and then with soy sauce. I'd do it. That looks good.
I would eat all of that.
I mean, it doesn't sound that bad. It's just like,
yeah, but Miss Piggy has specific taste though.
Yeah,
and she's like, Swedish meatball on top of rice and seaweed.
Swedish sushi.
It's just meatballs and rice, really. With
it's like if you took IKEA,
but,
well, maybe not IKEA Swedish meatballs, but just that kind of form and put it on top of
with a sanzu sauce, I think it was.
There you go. Yeah,
probably ponzu.
I want to eat it. Somebody.
Oh my God, you guys! Yes, we should do that,
please.
Can we figure out a way soon to have a night where we just make Swedish sushi?
You make little rice wraps and then you put meatballs on top of them and then you get yourself a thing of ponzu sauce and you go.
To town.
I would imagine
so
that it's not super difficult.
I want to make it happen. We're gonna
pick
make it
a night.
Happen.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
Anyway. So before we get into the Muppets poll,
Sorry.
The what?
Look at me, I'm Bradley Cooper. It just hit me.
Oh,
right
the
now.
teeth.
Because I remember seeing his teeth, but I couldn't remember for the life of me what he said. And thank you, TJ Ford, because I was like, why is he saying, "Look at me, I'm Bradley Cooper"?
Look at me, I'm Bradley Cooper.
And I was like, what? And I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to derail anything. I forgot that's what he said. Because I just remember seeing his teeth and wanting to crawl into a ball and die. That's what I was thinking of. I'm sorry.
Oh, I howled. It was beautiful.
I was so afraid.
So creepy.
So creepy.
But so I want to give some more shout outs to the iTunes commenters.
Yes.
You guys are doing getting it started. 2 more this week.
Yay.
2 more in our quest for 25. I've told you guys every week we get to 25 reviews. You'll get to see the footage of me on Sesame Street as a child.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
15 to go. We're doing pretty well.
I'm so happy.
But two more this week. Chupacabra's X says, "The Muppets are back. 5 stars. I grew up watching The Muppets. You're such an integral part of my childhood. And to see The Muppets back over 30 years later is such a joy. This podcast makes watching the show better."
Oh, I'm so glad.
High compliment. And this one's it fills me with all kinds of weird emotions.
Oh boy. That's interesting.
Oh, dear.
JB 97.9 says, "Fun podcast. Zach is the new Matt Liebs."
Oh, holy Swedish balls.
And
That's
Matt
crazy.
Liebs is a good friend of mine, and we work together a lot. And I'm just like, I don't know how to take
What
that.
does that mean?
I'm assuming maybe it's just because I'm here too much.
Someone called me the new Megan Salinas in a different show, and that's weird enough.
I was like, what? So you guys are on shows together. That
we
makes
still
sense.
have Matt Lieberman. By the way, you can go to patreon.com/Matt Lieberman to support some work that we're doing
There
together.
it is. Hey, there we go. There's the plug.
Who needs shame?
But
Right.
do I have shame? I don't have any shame.
Who needs shame when you have a platform?
But let's go back into the Muppets and talk about last week's ABTV Muppets poll. The poll of the week was, what is your favorite Muppets song? And I knew this was gonna be a difficult one because there's just so many. I feel like we should have picked 5 to make people vote from. Because it just basically got real close. Where I wound up being the tiebreaker
look at
between
you.
5.
Oh.
right.
But before we announce, I want to know what you guys over there thought was your favorite.
Well, because this song is very close to my heart because of my grandpa, and I sing it on every road trip that we get a chance to do. It's from the Muppet, not the Muppet movie. Wait, no, I was right. It's called "Moving Right Along." It's where Kermit and Fozzie are in the car together and they're singing, and it's just "Moving Right Along" is just a really good road trip song for me. My grandpa has a very heavy Filipino accent, so it sounds ridiculous in the car. He's like "moving right along," that's his thing. So I love
ready
it.
for the big time.
Yeah.
Is it ready for me?
So I have that song on a CD, and that's it, and that's all he plays anytime he gets into the car. So makes me
that's
happy.
sweet.
Thanks, but I have to agree with Katie's because that's my second one. So, and it's dark.
Shiver my timber, shiver my soul, yo.
There you go. You got your singing.
There are men whose hearts are as black as coal, yo-ho-dee-ho. Yeah, I told you Muppet Treasure Island was my favorite. Shiver My Timbers, the opening song. Oh, it's so creepy and atmospheric and beautiful, and I love it. And it's definitely talking about people getting killed and killing each other. And it's super dark.
And I love the way it looks because they have the skulls, the snakes. There's so much happening.
And
in
they
that
have
song.
that. It's not an amber filter. What's the filter?
I don't know
where
what
makes
it is, but
Sepia.
there
There
you
we go. It's just
so good.
If you haven't seen Muppet Treasure Island, do yourself a favor. It's beautiful. Do the thing. Win
And
stuff.
not to take away from any of the other songs,
Sure,
because
okay.
they're all wonderful.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
we got
Oh, yeah.
we got a lot of stuff represented on this list. Mana Mana, of course,
love Mana
great
Mana.
song. Rainbow Connection made an appearance. Even somebody last minute did a vote for the Swedish Chef's Rapper's Delight.
Hey man, that is going to be on my list now.
Before the ballots close.
Yes.
But the winner is James. Hit it.
It's not easy being green.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry, guys. No joke.
I
Having
mean,
to spend each
this is just
day
this
the
song just
color of the leaves.
is
gotta
the
do some
Muppets for me.
stuff.
To any
when I think it might be
the
nicer
first thing I think of when I think
being
of the
red or yellow or
Muppets is this
gold
song.
or
Yeah.
Maybe Rainbow
something
Connection,
much
but
more
this one just
colorful that.
it hits you right in the feels.
Oh my god, I'm literally crying right now. This is the
Right,
worst.
square in the feels.
No, it's just, it also just
Being green
is so pretty, and it also just reminds me of Jim
Seems
Henson,
you blend
off
in
the
with so
cuff.
many other
It's just a great
ordinary
song.
things.
I love it. Oh god.
And
Good
it's
old-
very
Oh, the
simple.
hotness.
And people
It's very
Sorry.
simple and very heartfelt.
Yeah.
'cause you're
It's
not
so
standing
great.
out like
All
Ryan
right,
Clark.
thank you, James. That's
Stop it, James. I'm gonna start
such a good
crying.
song. But so for next week's ABTV Muppets poll, which you can vote on, as a reminder, by using the hashtag on Twitter, ABTV Muppets. It should be on the screen, I think, right there.
Somewhere.
Or there. It's one of these two places.
Mm-hmm.
Which Muppet that has not gotten a story yet on this new Muppet show do you want to get their own storyline? who hasn't gotten like featured yet.
And it doesn't have to be, which Muppet have we not seen? Which Muppet's not on the show? But
although you could vote for that,
I really want to see Yolanda get an actual story.
I want Yolanda to have a story.
Yeah.
That was going to be my vote.
And we'll talk about our picks, and we'll see what we get before next week. Who knows? They could just fulfill. I mean, like, I would have said Statler and Waldorf probably before this week, but we got that, which was exciting. But yeah, sorry, I looked over the chat for a second, and Boo6B said, "Well, thanks, Zach. Now I'm crying."
Well, we can cry together because I agree with Penfold74. Is that's also what reminds me of that song? Is that Big Bird sang it at the funeral, and that like every time gets me because that's the first thing I think of with this little black bow tie. I'm like, so I'm okay.
Yeah,
but it was still good.
So many. I mean, there's so many good Muppet songs. What's it called? The Rolf and Kermit song.
God, no, I know.
You can't live with them. You can't live without them. That one.
Yeah, I like that one.
See, I love Life's a Happy Song. You can't not be happy when listening to that. Oh, Cabin Fever's beautiful.
I love that. That's also really good. A lot of songs in Muppet Treasure Island are really good.
I hope that something better comes along.
There you go. I love that song.
I was gonna say, what? We're doing pretty well. Took me a minute to recalibrate.
But that's I think that's gonna do it for the AfterBuzz TV after show for the Muppets. For this week, guys. This was we were talking about episode Pig Out.
Oh gosh.
Which I forgot to. Yeah, we forgot to talk about the title at the top, but a great title. Guys, until next week, where can the people keep up with you?
You can find me weeping at Torres890. Also, I have my 100th vlog coming up, so please ask me questions since it's going to be a Q&A. You can use the hashtag AskATorres890.
I'm Katie Cullen. You can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram at Kiaxet. That's Kiaxet. I am also on Snapchat at DiaPrime, and I am on so many after shows, you guys. Blind Spots later tonight. Star Wars Rebels starts tomorrow, and Arrow is back, and Ruby's coming back. I'm so excited.
And you guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ThatZachWilson, ThatZachWilson. And also here at AfterBuzz on a whole bunch of shows, including Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. later tonight. What else we got? Doctor Who on Sunday nights, Sleepy Hollow on Thursday nights, and a few others, the leftovers, the whole bunch. Guys, I'm Zach Wilson, and thanks for geeking out with us.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.